Good morning, everyone. Today I decided that I want to try to scour some of the Himalayan sheep wool that I got in Ladakh. That's the one we are talking about. You can see it's quite dirty. So I'm not an expert in this. I'm kind of doing it for the second time. I tried it once before. And I'm not sure what is the best method, so I watched some videos, and some recommend to wash cold and some recommend to hot wash. So I will try both today. So this is the wool we have, and I was recommended to pull it apart a bit and like throw it out a little bit to like get some big dirt out of it. So that's what we are doing next. So right now I try to open up the fleece a bit to get the big dirt out. You can see this kind of parts. You see we have different color shades in the fleece, from like some black, white, yellowish. So I guess this will take a while, and during this time in the bathroom the heater is on to get us some hot water for the scouring. Now you can already see the difference in the structure when you just fluff up the wool a little bit, while at the beginning it's quite clumped together, like kind of glued together. It gets way more fluffy and my floor gets quite dirty. Okay, I have two amounts of wool now, the more dirty and the less dirty stuff. That I think I will do the less dirty in the cold wash and the more dirty in the hot wash. You see the floor is quite dirty already, and now I'm like filling the left bucket with hot and the right bucket with cold water. This is my giant bathroom, so let's see how this works. While I will soak the wool now, I will make myself some breakfast. Here we have both fleeces dumped in the water, and now we let them sit for a while and see how murky the water gets already after 1 minute. So now it's breakfast time while the wool is sitting in the bathroom. We have some nice oats with peach, and I will be working on the skirt of my crochet doll. You see I'm getting quite along with it. I need to finish the skirt and then make some hair and a face, but yeah, it's going on. So we are changing the water. The first wash was just with water, no detergent. Now I'm at the second step, and I will use some dish soap as was recommended to me. So I'm going step by step. This is a cold one I'm changing right now, and afterwards I will change also hot one. The hot one is still pretty hot after half an hour, so it can wait 5 minutes more. So now we have waited a second half hour to scour our wool, and I decided to use my veggie stand to drain the wool through. So let's see how that works. Luckily it doesn't matter if the water goes on the floor, because that's how the system works anyways here. Our water is still pretty dirty, so I guess we go for a second round. So while the wool is scouring in the pots, I decided to do some of the work that is up for today. And that means I'm working on the YouTube channel that I spend most of my time with. That's why I don't have time for this YouTube channel so much, because I took over the responsibility for the YouTube channel for our Dharma Center, and we have lots of teachings, there's lots of editing to do, all of the things I have to learn because I'm actually not a technical person. And the fun thing is that I don't really have Wi-Fi up in my room, so I'm sitting downstairs on the floor under the internet router of the house and trying to catch some internet to actually upload videos. just so you see how much effort it takes to get a video up here, because there's no Wi-Fi up where I live. So we finished with the third wash. The second was detergent, and you can see our water doesn't look bad anymore, so I think this is good. I'm just rinsing out the water, and then we'll put it out to dry and see if the sun comes out later enough to have it dry by this evening, and then card it and play with it. We are rinsing the wool. I just wanted to show you what I picked up yesterday. That's our dyeing experiment that I did with food coloring with my friend Maxi the other week. It was at her place to try because I didn't want to take it home wet. It's not exactly how we imagined it, but it's interesting. And now I will use my hand cards to fluff it up a bit, so it will be usable later to actually spin it. Here you can see the difference. The purple one is carded now, and the orange one is still a bit sticky from the dyeing. This is, by the way, the same wool we are just washing right now. It was the first batch that I tried to wash some months ago, and I actually tried to wash it in the monsoon rain. So I might try to do this again this year, because it's saving lots of water, because the water is pouring like crazy in monsoon anyways. But you see, like, you never know what you get until the end. By the way, this purple was supposed to be like a tealy blue with some violet, but it got more like purpley black, but I still like it. And this was supposed to be like copper yellow, but it completely turned into some kind of orange pinky stuff. So let's see what I make with it. This is not like a color I would usually use, but I'm sure it will find a use. So these are both batches of the wool I washed. The left one is the one that I washed with hot water. The right one is the one that I washed with cold water. And I don't see any big difference. Even when you touch it, it feels more or less the same. There might be a tiny bit more lanolin in the right side, but I'm not even sure, and it's not an amount where it would bother me or make a difference. So cold washing and hot washing didn't make a big difference for me. Maybe if there would be more lanolin in the sheep, I don't know, but for now I will try the cold washing, because cold water is way more easily available here, and you can collect it in the rain. I'm doing the same process with my yak fibers. They are in the first soaking wash here right now, and I'm doing it with cold water. That's much quicker and easier available. And let's see if we get nice results with this. I don't think there's actually lanolin in the yak, so I don't think there's any need for hot water here. So it turns out that this yak is way more dirty than the sheep was. After washing 5 times and the water not really getting clearer, I'm trying to shower it a bit now. Seems to get a little bit better. But yeah, it seems yaks are really dirty animals. This is like the 6th or 7th wash now. But this is cold water, and yaks are often in rivers, so I don't think it will harm the wool too much. Let's see what the end result will be, but if it stays like this, I will keep the rest of my yak to wash it during monsoon rain, because then the water is pouring down anyways.